So hopefully the whole system doesn't go kaboom. Hey everyone, and welcome back. We are on Old Pickle again today. This is my 1958 press bumper panel bus that my then 3-year-old son nicknamed Pickle, and it stuck. So if you haven't seen the playlist for this bus, I'll put a pinned comment down there and you can go check it out. It's been quite a mess taking things apart and taking things out of it, but we are to this point now where I'm going to go in today and we're going to cut out this original bracing I had put in there. I put that in when I took out this support from whoever gobbledygook welded it prior to me getting it. I mean, I'm no master welder, but those are some pretty serious weld boogers. I'm sure it was stick welded. And we will get all that out of there so that we can then see what we're dealing with on the frame, or what we're not dealing with, which is mostly not metal because it's just big air holes. And we'll get to the point where we can cut that out. Keep in mind, a bus is unibody, is one of the unibody cars. So there's rotisserie restorations, which is kind of what we're doing here. We are putting it on a rotisserie. I'm not doing a restoration though, I'm doing a restoration. There's a slight difference. But there's rotisserie, and then there's off-pan or body-off restorations, and that's kind of like a Beetle is, where you can just take the body and just bolt it off of the frame. We're not doing that here. So, a bus, you either have to crawl under it and weld it, crawl inside it from the top side and weld it, or put it on a rotisserie and flip it sideways. So we'll be... check that out. We will be doing a rustisserie. Is that right? So we'll get all of those cut loose, cut free, and get it to the point where we can cut that piece of framing out of there. And hopefully get that piece in the next couple of days. That would be exciting. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And let me go get the plasma cutter in here, and we'll get started. Popped after we did that. That didn't act like it jumped too bad. Actually, I don't think it moved at all, so I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece up here out. So I'll cut it, may just cut the whole piece from the top. I was going to just go to right there, but I think we'll take it up to here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go up to the top of this U-channel here and we'll cut it out from there. I may just go ahead and buzz it right there. That way we don't have to get it off of the frame down here. Make sense? Yeah, let's do it. Just a lot of cutting. Would feel a lot worse with a cut wheel though. At least we have plasma cutter. Ah. That's not holding anything. You know, it's rusty and muddy when it won't even. You can't see nothing. You know it's rusty and muddy when you can't even get the plasma cutter to make contact. So let me go get a wire wheel and buzz that off real quick. Checkpoint. Homemade. I got no idea on that one. Looks better just getting that off of there. I think that's welded to anything. Yeah, that one's all rusted out. So we've cut the one free. Funny enough, my hand was against it like this, and when I cut that I felt it kind of pop. It didn't move, just I felt it release, so I know that one's loose. And then that one I don't think is welded at all. I can see air through it. I don't know if you can see it or not, see daylight through it. So I think we're good on that one. Probably get that rubber off of there just because I don't want to start a fire when we have heat and flame up here. Go ahead and get that off of there and see if we can get this piece out. I would have taken that off sooner, but you really couldn't get to it, so take it off now. I'm gonna hook you up right here and see if you can see. I got it a little hot earlier, it looks like. Might be in two pieces. Is that two pieces? I might have torched it. Ruh-roh. Probably should have been a little more careful on that sucker. Well, we'll be fixing that. Whoops. You think that was already in two, or you think, that might have already been in two? Hence the wire around it, you think? Yeah. That's my guess. It looks like that's been that way a while. I just got it hot, melted the rubber around it. So that would have had to been fixed anyway. We may just go ahead and pull that through. Pull it out all the way. Get it? the heater cable maybe. I don't remember which side that's on. Get that a little hot. All right, we're gonna pull that out to there. This I don't think is welded. You can't see. Don't think that is welded. No, it's free. So we should be good to cut that out now. All right, let me set you back up. I'm gonna try and make a mark on this, kind of where I want to go. I know I can see that pretty clear with the plasma cutter. Maybe cutting myself a little bit close here while we're getting it out. I don't know if I can get that close or not. And then up here I'll have to cut from the inside. So we'll do that one. And then over here, see if I can turn you around here. I am going to try and just cut past where the damage is, and then we'll assess from there. In fact, we'll just cut right into that hole and cut it straight down here. We'll just cut right into that and come straight down. And then we'll kind of, that's kind of right where that kink starts to happen. In fact, I may want to come just over just a little bit more. Which line do I follow? The one closest to the front of the bus. Okay. Because that's kind of where that starts to, you can't see anything. Come on. It's kind of where this piece starts to widen. So hopefully that makes sense to all of you. So there's our kind of our first cut mark indicator. I don't know how well I'll be able to see that. And then once I get that cut, I'll have to go on the underside on that one as well, because it's got that double layer section in it. So let me go get the plasma cutter hooked back up, get my helmet back on, get some gloves on, and we'll get started on that. I don't know how well that is going to film for you. It may throw it right back at my camera. Might have to get you a little further away, but we'll try that. I don't know how well this plasma cutter is going to do through those sections right there, but we'll give it a whirl. Seems to be cutting through that okay. I don't know if you saw it when I first puffed it with air. Blew out a whole bunch of like nesting and dust and sand. That's what killed this bus. Got all of that Michigan sand in it, plus salt. Might want to turn the cutter down just a little bit here. Get it too hot, it just makes it molten. And then it kind of puddles back up in. You can see right here, it's kind of puddling it back up in, and then that just kind of seals the hole you just cut. Turn it down just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Gonna keep the fire extinguisher handy though, because we're getting ready to start one. If you can see the smoke or not. Tip you down just a little bit. You got smoke coming out right here. So, probably gonna have a fire here in a minute. Alright, that looks like that's doing what I want it to do. The brace I put in here is pretty close to where I need to make my cut. So that's gonna put things pretty tight. I'm gonna be shooting flames right back at the camera, so I'm gonna move you temporarily. And then when I make the other cut, we'll bring you back. Just move you back a little bit, maybe you can see from there. I'm gonna have to practice all my best yoga right here on this cut. Getting the welding helmet in there is the hard part. Let's see, where is my cut? Right there. Okay. Pretty close. Oh, I can't get in here. Let's go up and over. Trying to leave as much of the original structure as I can so that when I go to make my pattern I have some of it left. Almost. That's got to be close to loose. I think we're good. Move over here to the other side. And I can probably hang you up on this one. That's probably going to bleach you out just a little bit there, but too tight. Going from the inside. Let's hope it doesn't fall because I'm going to be under it. We are all the way through on that one. Let me move you back over here for when I bang it out. So hopefully the whole system doesn't go kaboom. We got one hanging us up down here. What do you think that's hooked to? Somebody's hollering at me. Still hooked right here. Hold on the other side. Oh, I see you. There's a little booger under there. Oh, did that get it? That was loose. And then we got holding us over here. Got a brake line. There it is. One section of rusty old bus frame. How about that? How about that? It didn't even budge. I mean, it didn't jump, didn't move, didn't do nothing. I'm really happy with that. There's what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see up in there all that sand and muck that's up in there. Let me shut the plasma cutter off. So all of that is what's up inside there. And you know, when sand gets moisture in it, it takes it a while to get rid of that moisture. And so this sucker just didn't stand a chance. It didn't even act like they cut that section out. Awesome. So, and I think I left enough meat so when we do the other side, I can weld the new frame to those, even if I have to use just a little bit of filler rod to give that stability back. And then obviously all of these are going to have to be cut out from the top side. I could probably cut that one out now because it really wasn't holding anything anyway, because that's all boogered up down there. So we can probably go ahead and take this one out. And then the other ones, this one probably too. Could go ahead and take it out. So I am happy that that held up as well as it did. Now we just got to go make this frame section. I didn't buy this, I'm going to make it. And I think we should be in pretty good shape. I'm going to inspect this a little closer, shine a flashlight up in there. It actually looks pretty good. Let me go get a light and I'll show you up inside there. I don't know if you can see, there we go, up in there. Torsion tube's in pretty good shape behind there, so I am not going to concern myself with that. My piece will go ahead and lap up kind of around it. So my piece will kind of come around it a little bit. I'm going to cut this Band-Aid out of there if I can. But I think that will be just fine to leave as is. It looks good up in there. A lot better than I expected. You can see back in there or not. So we'll go ahead and get all that sand and all that cleaned out of there. I went ahead and when I went back to get my light, before I went back, I cut these pieces out. Turn the light off. I don't know if that's helping or hurting us. But I went ahead and kind of cleaned those out, got those kind of out of the way, so we can go to put the frame piece back in. We're not trying to fight around those. And this was a clutch cable, I think. I think I said it was the heater boxes originally, but it's clutch. Because look how big that is. That's clutch. So I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Awesome. Just want to take a look at what was kind of under there, and you can see right here is where it started to get punky, and they basically just band-aided over that, and that allowed it to collect kind of all that moisture and everything in there. And this piece here that's peeled up was where that original excuse me, original brace had been, and it just pulled that frame up and away. Crazy. So really this lap over was only to fix this little portion right here. So they lapped it the whole length, even though really that part wasn't bad. Looks like it was starting to get a little punky down in there. Kind of sad. Really sad. Let's put it that way. So I am happy with what we got done today. And I'm going to stop because the kiddo is going to be home pretty soon. And I want to get all my tools picked up, and I want to take you all for a scooter ride. What do you say? Let me get my tools picked up and we'll go for a ride. There's the pile from today. Bye, Pickle! might move the kill switch down to your foot maybe, or move it over here to the handlebar edge. I don't really like where that is. It's kind of awkward to reach over and push it. But other than that, that thing is an absolute blast. Fun times. Well, that was quite a fun little ride. And this could not have gone any better. That worked perfect. Didn't move at all. Cut that section out and it did not budge. Not even a millimeter. So I am pretty happy with that construction. So next time we'll be hopefully welding a piece in, or working on some other crusty junk that's broke. Thanks for being here, everyone, and we'll see you next time. You gotta put everybody back in their parking spot.
Thank you.